This video is about the automatic relation of tables within Cycle. It sounds scary, but in fact it is very simple. Suppose there is a table in Cycle 1 and a table in Cycle another. Let's write something here. For example, tomato for there to be some data. This is H field and header. Let's go to table number 2. Let's create a field here. Field in table 2. Let's also make it 200 wide and put it in the header. Okay, let's save it. And now we in table 2. We want to refer to the field in table 1. And we can do this in the following way. We can call select in the code. In table specify table in Cycle and select H field and header. Since the field and header where and order are not needed. Note, when we are in a table inside a cycle and we want to take data from a neighboring table, we take it by select and there are no additional parameters here. If we want to take cycle data from outside the cycle, we need an additional parameter cycle. It is common form for totem to put it after table, although it can be anywhere. Please put it after table and before the first field parameter. We will have to pass the cycle number 1, 2 or whatever you want. But when we take selects, executed from inside the cycle, we don't need it. Okay, click Save. And here we have it calculated, tomato. Let's take a closer look at what's going on. I duplicate this table here, and here I go back to table 1. And here I say orange instead of tomato. I press enter, and you see, this table is automatically recalculated even though I don't have any action codes. I don't have any action codes here. It's just codes here. The machine sees that there's an reference. This is the table that takes the data from this table, and when this table changes, it automatically triggers the recalculation of this table as well. As a reminder, here the table recalculation units and tables are recalculated as a whole and have all possible placements, including a prefilter. And now let's make it even cooler. For example, here in table 2, we will add another field. Let's call it field 2. And in this field we will write code that takes something from here. Let's write code that does the following. We take the data from field 1 and concatenate it with the word second. Let's see what we have. Save. Here we have an orange second. Now I do a trick. I take the data here from the second field from the second table. So I'm in table in cycle 1 and I'm doing a table in cycle 2 select from field 2. And I also don't need where in order. And I don't need the cycle parameter because I'm inside the cycle. Here we take the data from here. How it works when we change something here, this table is recalculated. This field is recalculated here, and the machine sees that the first table is taking data from the second table and will recalculate the first table again and update the data here. Let's change this orange back to tomato. Okay, this cycle of recalculates happens and tomato second appears here. All this is to avoid writing extra action codes, recalculates and sets. Inside cycles it's very handy. This can be turned off. If you have large tables or you have 40 tables in a cycle, and they are related to each other, it can cause a very large load. And this automatic recalculation can be disabled for one, several or even all tables within a cycle. We'll talk about this in the advanced part about cycles. During these automatic recalculations, and in general during cycle recalculation, tables are recalculated in ascending order of their sort. That is, this table is table in cycle is 1000, and table in cycle 2 is 1010. The more sort, the more right-handed the table is. The order of display can be overridden, but tables are always recalculated by their sort. How to change the display order will be explained in the advanced part. One last trick for this video. You can write this select with the following syntax at sign. Here we write table in cycle and after dot specify the field H field in header. And this does the same thing as this select. Let me show you again. This select with the parameters table and field is identical to this construction. This is the syntactic sugar for it. Even though it's highlighted in blue, it doesn't work as hash sign, it's taken at runtime. That's all for this video. Practice, please, and when you get good at it, move on to the next video.